Hello lovelies, welcome to Elle's Cottage. I'm so happy to have you here with me today. Today we're going to be talking about my favorite books for springtime. Now spring is my absolute favorite season, and so a lot of my favorite books take place during spring with all the flowers and all the beautiful scenery. So we're going to get into it and check out some very pretty spring books. First off is one of my absolute favorite books, and that is Edenbrooke. So Edenbrooke is by Julianne Donaldson. It is an incredible book. This is one of my top favorites. It is beautiful. It is very aesthetic. If you like those kinds of books, they take you through the English countryside and you're at this beautiful sprawling estate, and it's absolutely gorgeous. I thoroughly love this book. I'm going to read the back cover because it is so good. Alright, Marianne Daventry will do anything to escape the boredom of Bath and the amorous attentions of an unwanted suitor. When an invitation arrives from her twin sister Cicely to join her at a sprawling country estate, she jumps at the chance. Thinking she'll be able to relax and enjoy her beloved English countryside while her sister snags the handsome heir of Edenbrooke, Marianne finds that even the best laid plans can go awry. So her best laid plans go very awry, just a little spoiler. But it is a wonderful story. You get to follow her adventures and misadventures and the sweetest romance. So I highly, highly recommend Edenbrooke. That is our first offering. Then the second book is actually my favorite of all time, which is Emma by Jane Austen. Now this is actually a collection of Jane Austen's books, and this one I got at Barnes & Noble. It was on sale. It was actually the last one that my Barnes & Noble had, so I scored on this. But Emma is in here, and Emma is my favorite story of all. Emma is a story about a young woman in Regency England, and she likes to play matchmaker. So she tries to hook up everybody in the town with each other, and it does not go well. She thinks she's got it all under control, and she finds out that controlling other people's lives is not a good thing. So she finds love and happiness in her own way, and it is very, very cute. I love Emma. It is such a happy story, and Jane Austen's the best. I mean, I can't say any more than that. Our next book is Suitors and Sabotage by Cindy Anstey. This book is another beautifully aesthetic story. She takes you on boat rides, and she takes you on carriage rides and picnics at castle ruins, and I love this book. Again, this is a Regency romance, and it is such a good book. This is a really cute one as well. I'll read you the cover. Shy aspiring artist Imogen Chively has just had a successful season in London, complete with a suitor of her father's approval. Imogen is ambivalent about the young gentleman until he comes to visit her at the Chively estate with his younger brother in tow. When her interest is piqued, however, it is for the wrong brother. So this is another adorable book. It's really cute. It's got some mystery, it's got some intrigue, and a little bit of sabotage. So it is a really cute book. I love this one, and it gives me all the spring vibes because its setting is so rich and lovely. Ah, such a good book. Next up is The Country Diary of an Edwardian Lady. Now this one can be for any season because it's literally her nature diary about everything that happens in the natural world. It's about plants, it's about animals, it's about snakes and birds, and it is absolutely gorgeous. I'll give you a little bit of a flip through. But it's absolutely gorgeous. So this book covers the entire year of, I think, 1906, and it is absolutely stunning. Her watercolors are amazing, and it's just something nice to just read. It's very simple and light, and you can just read about nature, and you learn different things. She's got different excerpts of poetry and even mythology in here. Right now it's April, so I'm reading through her April diary, and it's just absolutely charming. So that is another excellent book. Now this is one of my childhood favorites, and this is Brambly Hedge. Now Brambly Hedge is by Jill Barklem, and absolutely stunning. I love this book so much. It has the most beautiful illustrations. Let me find you one of my favorites. So this one also goes by seasons, and this one has spring story, summer, fall, winter, and then a few extra stories. So this is actually the summer story, to be honest, but the spring and summer stories in this are absolutely incredible, so gorgeous, as well as Poppy's babies in the back. This is one of the extra stories that's not attached to a season, but it takes place in spring. Oh my gosh, the illustrations are gorgeous, and the story itself is absolutely darling. So I love Brambly Hedge. I actually liked Brambly Hedge better than Beatrix Potter growing up. It's just really rich and pretty, and the stories are very, very happy and light. And these little mice that run around Brambly Hedge and live their little lives and celebrate with parties and celebrate each other and fall in love, and it's the best. So Brambly Hedge is definitely something I recommend. And then we are going to go over to the Queen. We are going to go over to Beatrix Potter. And I've picked out my favorite books by Beatrix Potter that are all rather spring themed in my opinion. So first off is the classic Peter Rabbit. We can't have spring books without having Peter Rabbit. It is so cute, so precious. I love this edition because the book covers come off and you have, it looks like the originals. It's so cute. So I love this edition. It came in a set and it's gorgeous, but this is Peter Rabbit. I hope you know this story. If you don't, it's about a little mischievous rabbit who gets into trouble in Mr. McGregor's garden, and he has to escape from situations he put himself in because he really wanted to be naughty and get some radishes. But he's a very cute bunny, and you get to learn a lot about life from little Peter Rabbit. So that is really cute. Next up is my favorite Beatrix Potter story, which is Jemima Puddle Duck. I love Jemima. She's my favorite character. She is silly and she's cute and she's absolutely beautiful. I love white ducks. I have an obsession with white ducks because of Jemima Puddle Duck. So I love this book. This one is really darling and also has some really gorgeous illustrations in it as well. Then The Tale of the Flopsy Bunnies. This one is lesser known, at least it was to me. I didn't know about it till like last year. And it came in the set of all of Beatrix Potter's books. This is a really precious story. It follows the story of Peter Rabbit's sisters. And let me see if I can find my favorite illustration. It is just a really gorgeous, gorgeous book. This isn't my favorite, but it's really, really precious. Isn't that so cute? I love it. So this one is definitely another book to read. It's short, it's cute, it's little kids' books, but they're absolutely adorable. Okay, last up is The Flower Fairy Queen. This is another Edwardian lady. So this is a lady that I absolutely adore. She has these gorgeous flower fairy books and she covers all the seasons. So she just goes through all these beautiful books. She writes poetry for each book. She writes a poem for each fairy. So let me find you my favorite. This is the first book I had, the first poem I read. And this is why the Flower Fairies of the Trees is in here, because this is a spring fairy. So even though it's not exclusively spring, the Flower Fairies of the Trees is very much a spring book to me because of that. And of course, Flower Fairies of the Spring is a must, and it's got all the beautiful flowers of spring. So these books are absolutely charming. Her illustrations are gorgeous. I want to be a watercolorist like her someday. Oh, it's stunning work, and her poetry is just magical. So I love these. These are all my book recommendations for spring. I hope you enjoy them. I hope you take some time to read them and just celebrate the season because it is so beautiful and so wonderful. And thank you so much for being here with me today, for sitting down, having a cup of tea, and just enjoying your time. I love and appreciate you all, and remember to always create a beautiful life. Bye!